In the dark corners of the ancient world, among icy fjords and dense forests, lived those whom people called gods and monsters. Their power and secrets were passed down from generation to generation, leaving a trace in myths and legends. Could people understand the essence of those whom they revered and feared at the same time? Today we will travel into the wonderful world of Scandinavian gods and creatures. In the pantheon of Scandinavian gods, each of them played a unique role. Odin was the supreme god, ruler of Asgard. He sacrificed an eye to gain omniscience, and every day sent his ravens, Hugin and Munin, to gather information about the world. Odin's wisdom was combined with his desire for knowledge and power. Thor is Odin's son, the god of thunder and protection. His hammer, Mjolnir, a symbol of not only destruction, but also protection. According to legends, the blow of his hammer was heard even outside Midgard. He is a warrior who fights giants forever, protecting men and gods. Loki is a trickster, a master of deceit and trickery, a duplicitous ally and an insidious enemy. He then helps the gods, then brings misfortune. But his role in the Scandinavian myths cannot be called exclusively evil. Loki is the personification of change and chaos, which is necessary to maintain balance. Freya is the goddess of love, beauty, and war. Her chariot, drawn by cats, rides through the heavens. But Freya not only represents tenderness, she leads half of the fallen warriors to her halls, Folkvang. Freya is the god of fertility and peace. People look to him for bountiful harvests and a peaceful existence. His connection to nature was deep and strong. Thor is the god of war and honor. He is known for his self-sacrifice when he agreed to lose an arm to curb the wild wolf Fenrir, a symbol of fortitude and courage. Balder is the god of light and purity. His death at the hand of Loki is considered one of the omens of Ragnarok, symbolizes innocence and tragic fate. Skadi is the goddess of winter and hunting. She is associated with mountains and cold. Her myths are associated with avenging the death of her father and her marriage to the sea god Njord. Each of these deities had their own rituals and ceremonies. Sacrifices, dances, and prayers helped people feel connected to higher powers. The world of the gods was closely intertwined with the world of monsters. Jotuns were giants who personified the natural elements and chaos. They were not always evil, but their power could crush entire mountains. Their eternal enmity with the Aces symbolized the struggle between order and chaos. Elves are mysterious spirits who dwell in the netherworlds. Light elves brought fertility and good fortune, while dark elves brought disease and misfortune. These beings were no less powerful than the gods. The Draugr were the reanimated dead, guarding their treasures. They could not find peace, being gripped by greed and lust for revenge. It was believed that only powerful warriors could overpower them and regain their peace. Fenrir was a giant wolf spawned by Loki. His power was so great that even the gods themselves feared him. On the day of Ragnarok, Fenrir will fight Odin and devour him, ending the age of the gods. Jörmungand is the world serpent that wraps around the earth. His battle with Thor is one of the most famous myths. Prophecy says that in the final battle, Thor will kill the serpent, but will himself die from its venom. These creatures are not just enemies of the gods, but symbols of fear and the unknown that live in the hearts of men. Rituals and prayers, personal prayers and rituals played an important role in the daily life of the Scandinavians. People prayed before important events, before campaigns, battles, sea voyages, and other dangerous situations. These prayers usually consisted of requests for protection, good luck, and prosperity. The tendency to make requests to the gods in times of uncertainty and threat, from repelling enemies to protection from natural disasters, was common among all walks of life. An important element of these rituals was the use of amulets and symbols, such as Thor's lightning bolts, worn by warriors, or solar symbols used for protection from evil forces. This expression of personal belief in magic and the power of symbols also reflected the firmness of the ancient Scandinavians' beliefs in the existence of supernatural forces, cults, and deities. Scandinavian mythology was rich in a variety of deities, each of which was associated with certain aspects of life. For example, the cult of Thor was particularly popular among warriors, to whom he bestowed strength and protection. Thor was the god of thunder and lightning, and his image with a hammer, Mjolnir, became a symbol of courage and fighting power. Warriors believed that Thor could support them in battle and help them defeat their enemies. In turn, the cult of Freyr was important to the peasants, as he personified fertility, wealth, and good fortune. Freyr, the god of harvest and peace, was primarily the patron of agriculture, and people prayed to him to ensure a rich harvest, favorable conditions for farming, and general prosperity. His worship was associated with various festivals and ritual activities, such as sacrifices to attract a good harvest and ensure prosperity in the home. Scandinavian mythology has left an indelible mark on culture and history, inspiring art, literature, and cinema. Its heroes and monsters, gods and worlds continue to stir the imagination and ask questions about human nature, destiny, and the meaning of life. These stories teach us about courage, honor, loyalty, and sacrifice, as well as how to resist chaos and destruction. The myths of Ragnarok remind us of the cyclical nature of time and the hope of rebirth after catastrophe. The legacy of Scandinavian mythology can be seen in modern culture. Names of gods such as Thor and Odin are used in movie titles, comic books, and video games. Images of Valkyries and Vikings inspire artists and writers to create new works of art. The themes of Scandinavian mythology, such as the struggle between good and evil, the search for wisdom and the meaning of life, continue to be relevant and excite people around the world. Scandinavian mythology is not just a collection of ancient tales, but a living legacy that continues to inspire and excite us. Its lessons and symbols remain relevant today, helping us to understand ourselves and the world around us. Perhaps the gods and creatures of the Scandinavian pantheon are indeed watching over us from the shadows of ancient legends,